This was literally just a minute of me getting ready and setting up because it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. Did done? I don't know. Hello everyone, it's Kyrie XXXOR16 here, and wow, it's been a while since I've said that. Just going off of that, it's been a while since I've recorded a video, let alone vlogged or done much of anything in that nature. But yeah, I guess instead of giving you one or two excuses, I'm going to give you a whole video of them. So buckle up, get yourself a nice hot beverage, and enjoy what has been going on in my life since pretty much Anime Boston 2018. So in case you guys were aware, weren't aware, maybe you were, maybe you weren't, I don't know. I've been pretty busy since Anime Boston, and that is currently the last upload on my channel, is the conclusion of my AB vlogs. And so I'm just gonna take you along for the wild ride, and I hope that you'll enjoy it because I've got a sticky note full of what's been going on. I had to write very small. I don't know why I chose a sticky note. I probably could have typed this on my phone or something. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start right off the bat with I graduated university. That was a really big accomplishment for me, and it happened about a month after Anime Boston. So, you know, with all the final assignments that I needed to get done and all that jazz, I really needed to focus on school, and so it really did take a lot out of me, and I felt totally mentally fried. But yeah, I graduated in May with my bachelor's in psychology, and it was a really exciting time in my life, except for the actual day of graduation, which, mind you, was 32 degrees. It's very cold, very wet. It was also raining. And yeah, it wasn't the most ideal day for graduation because, you know, my university loves to do graduation outside under a tent. But yeah, I mean, c'est la vie. It was what it was, and I graduated, and I don't know really what else to say about that. For graduation, I really hadn't had it in my mind that I was going to go to graduate school right away. I had hoped that I would be able to work in my field a little bit, get some experience, and then venture back to graduate school, but unfortunately, with a bachelor's in psychology, most jobs require a master's in order to work. So, I had to make a pretty quick decision right after graduation and in the weeks coming before graduation what I was going to do with my life. And the decision that I made was to quickly apply to graduate school at my university. So I am still going to the same university that I went to prior in my undergrad, but I am now in the master's program. More on that later. So the application process had to happen very quickly. I mean, deadlines were due June, and I had graduated in the middle of May. So that was fun, but it all went pretty well. I mean, I got accepted, and I also got a really awesome job opportunity working as a graduate assistant. And so, in case you weren't aware, in my undergrad I worked as a writing tutor and a psychology tutor. So I get to continue that work now as a graduate tutor, but in that, what I am also doing is I'm teaching a course on English to first-year freshman students, and I am also receiving a very nice tuition waiver for my work hours that I am putting in to this job. So that's very lovely. It really does help with the cost of grad school. So, I mean, it does come with its pluses and its minuses. Because it's a tuition waiver, that means it's 8 hours of my day that I'm not receiving a paycheck, but it balances out very nicely. So thank you. But going off of that, you know, I did have a full summer before graduate school started. So what did I do? It actually turns out that I did have a summer job. I worked at a summer camp for 6 weeks. And at that camp, I was, I guess you would call it a lead counselor, but in the program that I was in, they called it a teacher. So I was the teacher for 2s and 3-year-olds. So that was fun. I say that sarcastically, but I also say it legitimately. As nerve-wracking as it was working with little itty bitties, it was also very fun and very rewarding, but also very tiring. It was a Monday through Friday job. I worked from 8 to 4 every day, and I was exhausted after. The summer was very hot. There were many days that were above 90 degrees, and so being outside most of the time was very exhausting, and just, it was hot. I sweat more this summer than I have in my life. I've sweat in places I did not know I could sweat. And as a caveat to all of that, it was an Orthodox camp, so I was required to wear long skirts. No pants, no shorts, long skirts. Let that settle in. Yeah, in 90 degrees. So, but in the midst of all of that, I did actually attend Kineticon. Wow, you wouldn't have even really known. I did not vlog at Kineticon, and I was actually sick at Kineticon. Shocker that I was sick at an anime convention. I had a really bad cold the day before, and I was still recovering from it. And so I only stayed at Kineticon for like 5 hours. I thought at the time I got my money's worth, but for $45, no, $54. Yeah, for $54, I really don't think I made my money's worth by being there for only 5 hours. But I was tired, I was cosplaying as Sailor Uranus, I was wearing heels, I was in pain, I just wanted to go home and relax and just be cool again, because it was, again, hot summer. Yeah, hello, welcome to New England. Going off of that, I mean, this happened in the midst of the summer camp position that I was doing, and again, it was tiring, it was hot, it was busy, I was busy, I didn't really have much time to do anything creatively like this. But is this even really creative? I'm literally sitting in a chair here, people. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so in terms of after summer camp, what did I do with my life? So the summer camp spanned for 6 weeks, the end of June to the beginning of August, and with that came Otakon. I went to Otakon for the very first time this year, and it was super exciting because I got to meet and stay with a bunch of my friends who just mean the world to me. You probably know them. I stayed with Deanna, or better known as Deja Vu D. Greg was there, Sophia, Susanna. Oh, there were so many wonderful people that I got to meet, and just, it really was a wonderful experience. And at the time, I feel like since I was just coming off my summer camp train, I didn't get to enjoy it as much as I could have, but I did have an absolute blast, and I'm really hoping that I can go to Otakon again next year, but more on that later, because what are finances? Don't know her. So with that, with Otakon came pretty much the end of the summer for me. At the end of August, I did actually begin graduate school, and very soon after, questioned everything and wanted to quit. I think that's pretty common though for a lot of students who are going to university, especially going into a graduate program. It's very nerve-wracking. Everything's pretty new. The workload is different. It's not necessarily harder, but it's different, and that was a bit scary at first, but I'm into my own now. I've got the groove of things. I love my professors, I love my classmates, I just love my program all around. And going into that, I am currently in the clinical mental health counseling program, so that's just pretty much a fancy way of saying I am studying to be a therapist. So yeah, everything's going super well. The program is 3 years long with 1 year of internship and practicum. So I really am enjoying what I'm doing so far, and I hope to continue enjoying it and continue growing my skills, and hope that one day I will become a very awesome therapist. Yes. So yeah, I mean, I started graduate school. I'm really almost done. I have just about 2 weeks left of the semester, so that's why I have a little bit of downtime. It is Thanksgiving break after all, to put out a video like this and let you know what I've been doing and what I've been up to. So I do have a bit more like factual things that I want to get into that's been going on in my life that I feel like it's important for you guys to know about. So first things first, a lot of you know and probably cherish him as much as I do, my precious cat Tig. I am really truly and honestly very sad to inform you all that Tig actually passed away in October. He passed away a few days before Halloween, and it was a very sad and unexpected time for him to pass. I mean, he is and was old. He was about 16. His birthday was actually just this past July, and so he was old and sick. What had actually happened was, as it turns out from the x-rays, he had an enlarged liver, and they weren't sure what type of tumor was going on in there, but in order to do the testing, it would have been very expensive, and if it would have ended up being cancerous no matter what, I wouldn't have felt like it was ethically responsible to put him through chemo at his age, or radiation, or whatever they do for pets with cancer. So it was a very difficult decision that we ended up having to put him down, and I know he's in a much better place now. He's actually with his brothers. Before we had Tig, we had 2 other cats. They were the 3 of them. So he's definitely with his brothers, and I actually do want to show you what the vet gave to me. It's probably my most prized possession now, because it's what I have of him that I can look at every day and just smile and remember him by. The veterinary clinic that we went to actually gave us a little clay mold of his paw print. So this is his paw. It has his name on it, and it's just, I keep it on my desk with me because it's just, he was my baby, and I just need to have him in my life, like anyone would with a child or anything like that. So yeah, it's very sad to say that, but I feel like you guys need to know, because I often include Tig in my vlogs, whether I'm saying goodbye to him before I go to an anime convention, or whether I'm coming home and saying hello, I'm back, things like that. I feel like it's pretty important to let you guys know about that. So yeah, moving along, I also want to mention something else that's important to you and to me, and probably important for you guys to know. So, as many of you may know, Jamie and I have been dating for almost 3 years now, and if you didn't know that, surprise, we have been. And if you follow her Twitter, or if you follow her, pretty much on Twitter, if you follow her on Twitter, you would know that she ended up moving back home to Seattle, Washington, because she wants to advance her career opportunities. She actually got a job. It's so exciting. She got a job in her field, and if you want to know more about that, definitely go ask her, because it's super exciting. And I'm very excited for her as well. But I do think it would be wrong to not tell you guys this, especially because of something else I'm going to mention a little bit. But, you know, I don't really know how to say this any other way, but as it turns out, we ended up breaking up. And so this was a mutual decision for the both of us, and as hard as it is, or as weird as it feels right now, we know that it's for our best interest. I mean, she's come to the conclusion that she's not moving back to Connecticut, and I've always come to the conclusion that I couldn't leave my family, whom I love so dearly, and I can't move across the country to Washington State, and so that's just the geographical component of it, you know. But there were other factors that are private, so I'm going to keep them private. But yeah, it's honestly for the best. I wish her all the best, and I know she feels the same way for me. So as far as things go for us in the future, we're going to remain friends. That's what we were from the very beginning. We're friends, and so yeah, I just feel like it would be unjust to not let you guys know about that, since our relationship was pretty much out there. You guys knew about it, whether you knew that we were dating or not. You guys knew about us. So I feel like it's pretty important to let you guys know about that, especially since I am planning on posting my Otakon vlog very soon. Yes, I did vlog at Otakon. Shocker. Since I'm going to be posting that vlog soon and we're going to probably be lovey-dovey in it, I feel like I should let you know ahead of the game that, you know, chronologically at that time we were still dating, so it would make sense that we were acting romantically with one another. But yeah, so just putting that out there. If you guys see us being lovey-dovey, don't get confused. It happened before the breakup, and now post-breakup, you know, we'll act friendly toward each other, and that's pretty much that. So yeah. And going off of that, I'm sure you're wondering about conventions and maybe even cosplays. Cosplays, I'm not sure, so I won't get too much into that. But conventions, yes. For conventions, I am going to MagFest in January, and I'm super excited because it's going to be my first MagFest. I'm going to be going with the same group of friends that I went with at Otakon, and so I'm super excited. I hope to see some of you guys there, and my camera battery is flashing at me, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, leave it in a comment down below. Let me know. I want to know how you're doing. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Take care, everybody. Bye!